Okay, my car is acting weird, honey. What's with all this lights?
Welcome back, everybody. Just want to let you know there's God, I had a big fiasco with this car. It pulled several codes. A couple weeks ago, my wife was driving it, and then the infamous Christmas lights popped up. Okay, yeah, it's not a good thing when you're driving, and next thing you know, the lights all start popping up and blinking on the dashboard. So this is a 2015 Subaru Forester. My wife drives it, and she drives it like a grandma. And I've had some mixed feelings about this car, to be honest with you. I did do a long-term review on this car, but I'm going to give you guys an update. I'm at almost 120, just over 122,000 miles on this car now. And yeah, I took it into the dealership, and they, I pulled the codes on it, and it showed that it was a valve body. Okay. I got two codes. I don't have the code numbers here on me right now, but I'll post a little video here on the codes. I'll show you the codes, but essentially it's the valve body control. And so I was pretty upset, I mean, I think anybody would be upset, really, to be honest, when you spend a lot of money on a vehicle and it starts to have transmission problems, and it's pretty frustrating, right? So I was like, okay, what am I going to do? So I called an independent Subaru mechanic that specialized in Subaru. They're like, it's $1,800 to fix it. I'm like, okay, great. And then I said, you know what? I'm going to call Subaru of North America, corporate Subaru. And so I did. And I talked to someone nice on the phone, and I told him, I said, hey, look, it's got 122,000 miles. It's out of warranty. And these two codes popped up. And these two codes show that it's a valve body repair. And wanted to see if they were willing to help me out with it. And so they told me to contact the nearest authorized Subaru dealership, which I did. And they told me that they would open up a case number, and so they gave me a case number. I took that case number, and then when I contacted my nearby Subaru dealership, I gave them that case number, so they had it by the time I called them. And so, or I gave it to them. That is, I gave them the case number, and then that way they could be in touch with corporate Subaru of North America. And so the next step was to have them diagnose it, have them do it. Obviously, just don't take my word for it, which I get it, sure. And so it's like $180 just for them to diagnose it. And they were going to charge me that. I was like, okay, I can't escape it. I can't get out of it. So, yeah. Next thing you know, they tell me, yep, you're right. It's the valve body. Needs to be replaced. It's a $2,000 job. It's just over $2,000, like $2,100 or $2,050 or something like that, from the dealership quote. And so I take that information, and Subaru, actually, I was told of that information, and then Subaru of North America actually called me back, and he said, hey, look, we spoke to the dealership. This is what they told us, and it's about a $2,000 fix, and since, you're out of warranty, it's out of warranty, but they were willing to give me some goodwill, okay? And so they gave me $1,000 credit towards the total repair of the CVT valve body. And so I was like, okay, well, all right, that's better than nothing, so I was pleased to get it and appreciative of that help. And, when I first talked to them on the phone, I was like, because you never know. I mean, you're out of warranty, right? They don't have to give it to you. So I was nice, I was professional, and I gave them a story when I first called them. I'm like, when I had a Toyota and it was out of warranty, I had a problem with it. And when I called, Toyota of North America, they were willing to fix it, the whole thing, out of a gesture of goodwill. And it was true. It was for my Prius, and I had a 2017 Prius, and my warranty on that was 60,000 miles, and then after that you're on your own. But I had a relay, and my automatic windshield wiper relays go out probably around 70,000 miles, and that relay alone, fellas, was $500 just for the freaking relay that operates the automatic windshield wiper on my Prius. Okay, that was it. And thankfully, Toyota Corporation was willing to pay for that. And in this situation, Subaru Corporation was willing to pay for $1,000 towards this. I think it's really important that people that have these problems, transmission problems or valve body issues, to make sure that you contact Subaru of North America, because if they start to hear about these problems more often, they might do a recall on it. Okay, and if they do a recall on it, guess what? It's going to be covered. Okay, so that's what I recommend everybody do. Be nice, professional. It's the customer advocate people, that you're talking to at Subaru. So, they want to keep their Subaru customers happy, right? It only makes business sense. So, thankfully, the dealership was actually able to, once they diagnosed it, they were able to fix my vehicle in about 2 days. So I was pretty pleased about that part. It was a pretty quick turnaround. And I'll show you the documentation here at the end of the video that shows how much it cost and what they did to it. Now, what's funny is that on the documentation, it shows they used, or they charged me 6 quarts of CVT fluid. It didn't say they changed it, but they did charge me for it. So I'm hoping they changed the CVT fluid. I don't know. I might still do it myself next summer. I'm going to probably give the service company a call and just double check with them to see if they did do it. Because if they did do it, then I'm not going to do it for another 60,000 miles. So, yeah, that's the story. Drama. It really sucked when that happened. But right now, it's driving good. Let's see. And at the end of this movie, I'll kind of show you also, actually, maybe in the beginning of the movie, I'll put that little part where the Christmas lights pop up in the car. Let me start up the car. But I'm at 122,973 miles. Obviously, no more Christmas lights right now, so life is good again. And I'm just kind of waiting to see what the next repair is going to be in this car. At this mileage, I've heard of problems with the lower control arms and the bushings going out. So I'm kind of preparing myself to do that. And again, I like to, for the most part, do things myself on this vehicle, except for that valve body. I saw how they did it on YouTube, and it didn't look too crazy hard. But man, that's an expensive job, and those parts were like $900, And I wasn't gonna do it. I was gonna go straight to the dealership because I was upset that such a big problem happened on this vehicle. So I'm just happy that they were willing to help me pay for it. So yeah, that's it. Let me know what your experience is. Put that in the comments. I've replaced the 2 front axles. I've done 3 wheel bearings in this vehicle, and I know the muffler is making some rattling noises, so I gotta put my car on some ramps and look at the the muffler noise. I've heard from other people that it's probably a needs to get reclamped or something. So I'm hoping that's an easy fix. But man, I tell you what, you know, if you don't know how to do things yourself, you're going to be broke in this car. It can be high maintenance, definitely more maintenance than other vehicles. And, you know, I always refer to this car. I mean, this thing's a 2002 RAV4. It's got like 207,000 miles on it now. That thing is, it's not the prettiest thing right now, but hey, it's 2002. 207,000 miles. It's running top notch right now. You know, I mean, come on, Subaru, please do a little better. I'm not a Subaru hater. I just want vehicles that have less problems, and so I do hope that Subaru starts to make better, more reliable vehicles, especially after you turn 100,000 miles on this vehicle. I did replace the brakes in this car, made it over 100,000 miles, and then I replaced both the front and the rears. I put the Wild Peak tires on. I like those. It's real good. So that's kind of the latest update with this car, guys. Again, share your comments. Let me know how your Subaru Forester is holding up. I think it's important that we all talk it out, you know, because honestly, some of those Subaru forums that I'm on, like, nobody likes to, like, everybody's hardcore Subaru lover. Okay, I get it. That's kind of part of the Facebook group, right? But hey, there's the reality that, you know what, some cars have more problems than others, and I think Subaru kind of falls in that category. Again, I've owned BMWs, I've owned all sorts of many cars, probably, God, at least 20-30 cars in my lifetime, and you know, it's an okay car. Subaru's not bad. Is it the most reliable? Definitely not. If you're handy and you like to work on vehicles, get a Subaru, you know. If you like peppy engines, it's a good peppy engine. Yeah. So anyways, over and out. Don't forget, give me a thumbs up. Take care.